Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. One of the most searched for terms on Google in the last 12 months is rosemary oil for hair loss. This is on the back of a viral trend where just about everyone here on YouTube, on TikTok, Instagram is promoting the use of rosemary oil on the scalp to prevent hair loss, to aid hair density and growth. Well, I can never miss out on the opportunity to try out a new trend, especially one like this that does actually have some scientific studies and data to back up how effective it could be. In the last 2 months, I've been applying rosemary oil to my scalp daily, and I want to share with you like my before and after, the results that I've got. So if you are keen to give this a try, you know exactly what to expect. Sit back, relax, let's talk rosemary oil for hair growth. Now, before we get into this video, I would love it if you could do all that YouTubey stuff content creators are always going on about. If you haven't already, if you could reach out and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. This is honestly the best way of supporting me as a content creator, because the more likes the video gets, the more widely YouTube will distribute it on its platform. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. I would also love it if you would leave a comment and let me know what your own experience has been with rosemary oil. Have you used it? Are you keen to try it? Or have you just been left disappointed? Let's get that conversation going in the comments. Now, in true Mad About Skin style, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. Now, let's kick things off with a little bit of information about me, like our starting point. So I'm now coming into my 37th year here on planet Earth. And whilst I've never really suffered with hair loss, I've definitely noticed as I've aged, the thickness of the hair has decreased slightly. This is something that we should absolutely expect. It happens to everybody. And, treatments such as this rosemary oil can definitely help to, offset some of that, maybe reverse some of that loss of density. I think this is why I was so keen to try this hack out for myself. I don't have a particularly sensitive scalp, but I can be prone to dandruff and some irritation if I don't take good care, and just make sure that I'm using the very right products, the ones that are compatible with my hair type and of course my scalp's needs. Other than that, I don't think there's anything really to disclose at this point, and I thought I'd be quite a good candidate to give this a go, because I definitely don't think we should be expecting like outrageously good results. I think for that you need to seek professional support, look at some prescription options. But for people that are just looking to, maybe increase slightly the density of their hair, I think that's where rosemary oil can definitely pay dividends. If you actually look at the science that sits behind this, I did a lot of research in the preparation for trying out this hack, but also in preparation for this video that you're watching now. And there have been some limited studies on the use of rosemary oil on the scalp. These studies show that actually over a period of consistent use, there definitely has been an increase in the total number of hairs, that hair density. Most of these studies compared rosemary oil to minoxidil, which is often a prescription treatment for hair loss. Now, obviously, minoxidil comes in various different strengths, and it seems to be that they always compared the rosemary oil to the lowest strength of minoxidil and found actually it had very comparable results. This is obviously great because not everybody has the means of going to getting a consultation, a prescription. Not everybody wants to go in with minoxidil or prescription strength treatments. So it's nice that there are some alternatives that might just be that little bit more accessible and seem to be working in a very similar way. These studies did seem to be limited. I think I found like 2 that were looking in, and a lot of people have kind of taken them and run with them and said, yes, rosemary oil is exactly the same as prescription strength minoxidil. You can use the 2 interchangeably. I don't think any of these studies actually conclusively prove that, nor does any of those claims actually take into account that there's different strengths of minoxidil versus, rosemary oil. So you do have to bear that in mind. And also there are lots of different rosemary oils available on the market, and you need to really reach for a high quality one to make sure you're getting the absolute maximum benefits that you can from applying it to the scalp. For this, I actually reached for this. This is the Nature Spell Rosemary Natural Oil. Now, this is actually a blend of different oils. If you're going to go to a health food store or something and pick up pure rosemary essential oil, you'll need to dilute it down. This is already pre-diluted, which I'm all about because I'm not the sort of person that likes to mix things at home. I would just make a hot mess. So I bought this, and this is the one that seems to be doing all the rounds on TikTok at the moment with people saying just how amazing it is. So I thought, okay, let's try the viral product itself. So this is also a British brand, and I'm always happy to support local and UK brands, reduce air miles and support local businesses. I will link this product alongside some of the other recommended ones you seem to see on all the social medias in the description box below. That's there for your convenience if you did just want to head straight to the website and check out some of the products and the different things that they have to offer. But yeah, this was what I tried. Now, I applied this to the scalp every evening. Now, one thing to call out, a lot of the studies that I just referenced actually applied it twice a day, morning and evening. I didn't, because I did find it does give a little bit of greasiness to the hair, and it made it really difficult to apply, you know, gels or pomades or anything to the hair afterwards. So I kept this as just a once a day treatment on an evening. I set my expectations. You know, I knew if I was only applying it once a day, it's probably going to take longer to see those results versus me applying it twice a day, but that just fit better into my lifestyle. It's really up to you how frequently you want to use it, but I think, you know, for me, once a day was just that little bit more convenient. At the start, I went in with way too much product, and I definitely noticed it was greasy, it never sank in. If you put just a couple of drops, work it into the fingertips, and then massage it through the hair, then I think that this works the best. Obviously, the more hair you have, probably the more product you're going to need to use, but I really focused on the scalp rather than on the length of the hair itself. For me, I've got short hair, made it super easy to apply, and then I found that it took around 15 minutes before that greasiness started to subside, then I could put my head on the pillow. So, having used it for 6 days, what are my thoughts? Honestly, I have been really impressed. I went into this as a bit of a skeptic. I thought it's probably going to help at the margins, but you know, in 60 days, the results aren't going to be that noticeable. You know what? They genuinely are. I think my scalp is less prone to dandruff than it was before. I think that's because the rosemary oil is maybe adding a little hydration, just helping things out. I also noticed that I've got zero irritation from this. Now, that's not going to be the same for everyone. Different people are sensitive to different things, and I would just say caution, because rosemary oil can be potentially sensitizing, so patch test thoroughly. But over the 60-day course of using it, I got zero extra irritation from applying this product. And then when it comes to that hair density, I've actually and genuinely noticed a difference. I think it took around 40 days to start seeing any difference, but my hair does appear that little bit thicker, and most importantly, it's easier to control. My hair used to stick out at all angles, and it was really difficult to like gel it down, and my hair is much easier to control having used this consistently for that 60-day period than it was before. And I definitely noticed that it is a little bit thicker than it was too. I'm going to continue with this because those studies actually show how effective it was over a 6-month period. So I have got some time to go, and I'll do another check-in with you at the end of that half-year period to say what my final thoughts are. But just coming into this, from a skeptic's position, I've actually been really impressed, and I'm going to continue to use this because I've really enjoyed the results I've seen. Set your expectations right. This isn't going to transform your hair, you know, and it will all depend on what your starting point is. If you've just got a small loss of density like I had, then I think that's going to be easier to recover than, say, someone that has significant hair loss or thinning, where you might have to have a little bit more patience or seek some medical intervention to really get on top of that. I think just as a once-a-day treatment that you slot in alongside your skincare routine, a product like this genuinely has paid dividends and results, and I think I paid £15 for this, and like I say, a little goes such a long way because you're going to want to use this sparingly. I've definitely been convinced of the benefits of rosemary oil for hair growth and increase in hair density, but of course these are just my experiences, and I would really love to understand yours too, so sound off in the comments section below and let me know what you think. One of the great things about being here on YouTube for the past 3 years is I've filmed literally 1,000 videos, so if you want to see like a before and after, maybe take a look at some of the video content I created 6 months ago versus what you see today. I've just had a haircut, which honestly I'm not the biggest fan of. Went to a different barber, but my gran always said as long as it's stuck on at one end, you shouldn't really complain. And this is the philosophy that I'm going with this particular haircut. But you'll be able to see the density here versus, say, 6 months ago, and kind of do your own compare and contrast. I've been impressed enough to continue to give this a try, and I would recommend it. You know, go for an inexpensive option, but look out for quality. There's different concentrations of rosemary oil in all of these products, and go for something like this that has a slightly higher concentration, which is where I think you're going to see those very best benefits. And if you are buying pure rosemary essential oil, make sure you dilute it with a carrier oil, because I think that way you're just going to minimize the risk of any sensitivity or irritation. Hopefully you found this video interesting if you're thinking of giving this a go for yourself, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.